This video is to address rebound stroke traditional grip. Now, you should have watched the other videos on this web page on this lesson to get all the subtleties about rebound stroke and the points of this next step in development. But this video is to talk about the subtleties of this particular lesson with the left hand, which are quite a few and very cool. I love playing rebound stroke with the left hand. And the idea here, just to review quickly, is that the drum head, we want to play faster single strokes and lead this into double strokes and buzz rolls and all different kinds of things. And the drum head has a lot of inherent bounce in it. It'll make the stick fly. The stick will bounce. Well, we want to utilize that. Up till now, we've been developing our wrists and learning how to control the stick, holding onto it. Now it's time to start utilizing the rebound in the head. So in the previous video, we did the dribbling the stick thing. Well, we need to do the same thing on the left hand, and it's even more fun on the left hand. So do this with me. Just cradle the stick in there. I just kind of stick my fingers out like that, stabilize the stick a little with my thumb. But where I want my hand to be is where it would be if I was holding the stick normally. So grab your stick traditional grip. Now that's where you want your hand and thumb to be. Then I'm going to take my first finger and I'm going to bounce the stick. It's just pivoting here, rocking on my hand. All the downward motion's coming from my finger. The drum is doing all the lifting. Now, if you find that hard to do at first, you're just going to have to play around with it. It's kind of like bouncing a basketball. And at first, you can go a little bit slower and higher. Notice where my finger is on the stick. I want to be back here by the balance point, kind of where my fingers would be if I hold the stick here, because that's ultimately what's going to be the source of pushing the stick down. But this illustrates and forces you to feel this exchange between pushing the stick down and letting the drum throw the stick up. Let's try it again. Ready, go. So just notice how I'm doing this. You can even turn your hand over a little bit. Whatever it takes to get comfortable and get the stick flowing. Now, you don't want this. You want to coordinate your finger with the stick and keep your finger very close. Ultimately, try to move your finger back all the way to where your first finger is ultimately going to be on the stick when you put this back in place. If I pull these three fingers away, I've got this contact point, and that's where I want to put my finger. Because the next step is this. Instead of using this, use this. We're breaking all the rules, right? Letting go of everything, taking away our ability to, I don't have anything to lift the stick. The drum has to lift the stick. I can only throw it down and then go along for the ride. So try to get that same fluid motion with this, taking all these fingers off. Relax, smooth. The drum is doing all the work. It should feel really good. It's like, yeah, this is like easy. Okay, that's what the rebound stroke looks like. And again, the idea is we're learning how to utilize the drum head to do half the work for us. It's going to do all the lifting. We're only going to do the pushing. Now, I do want you to think about the fact that when I push this, if I did this in slow motion, if I just take this beat of the stick and illustrate in slow motion, here it comes. I'm pushing down with this. It hits the drum. Now, the drum is going to throw the stick up, and my hand has to rotate along with the stick and let it come up. If I rotate my hand too quickly, it'll break away from the stick and I'll get this jolt, right? If I don't rotate my hand quickly enough, the stick will try to go up and it'll go thunk. It'll hit my hand and it will stop. It won't go up. My hand will be in the way. So my goal is to, I like to call it going along for the ride. This stick comes up and this finger flies right along with it up to this point. It reaches the peak of the stroke and then it goes straight back down again. So watch me do that again. You don't want the contact of the stick to break here. You want to keep a good contact here. The stick is not loose here. It's locked into your hand. You just don't have anything underneath it. Now the next step, once you feel comfortable with that, is to put everything back in place, just like this, and do the same stroke with the same feeling of freedom of bouncing, letting the drum throw the stick up. You can relax this part of your hand just a little bit, maybe this much, not this, just this. Open your hand up, that third finger away from the stick, so it can bounce. Just pull it down just a little bit. Same motion. You can work on your speed. Just get that flying. You can work on that low tap height. You have to do this again. Get that motion going, then put your hand back in place. The location of this third finger is so important because in real life, you may be playing several rebound strokes, but then in a split second, you got to grab a hold of the stick and play an accent followed by taps. I mean, you got to be able to go back and forth between these strokes. So if you pull your fingers way away from your hand, from the stick, then it takes too long to get them back into place to grab the stick, and you won't be able to control different figures in real life, okay? So make that strong and smooth. Now, we take that same motion, once we get that going, and then we apply it to these basic exercises that start practicing putting our hands together to play singles. But this time, we're going to work to play faster and faster singles and use the rebound stroke. So let's do 8 on a hand. 1 and 2 and about that fast. 1, 2, ready, and. Let the sticks fly. Match that left hand to your right hand. Notice you have a hold of the stick. This is a common mistake. Rebound, grab, and stop the stick in rest position. Letting go of the sticks is very calculated, measured, and controlled. You do it correctly, it serves you. You get sloppy and just start letting go when you're not supposed to be letting go, and it doesn't help you. You can't play hard stuff. You can't play difficult things. You've got to be in control of your sticks. Okay, now let's do 8th and 16th notes, adding the hands together for alternating strokes. Keep this rebound stroke going. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Notice how I'm using the rebound stroke. It can be really good practice just to play singles over and over and over again and get your hands working together, but keep that alternating, or keep that rebound happening while you're alternating. 1 and a 2 and a ready, go. Notice how each stick's flying. A common mistake is you can do rebound stroke on one hand, then you put your hands together, and you don't keep doing the rebound stroke. So keep that rebound stroke going. There are 2 more exercises that I want to play for you, traditional grip, just so you can see how my hands are moving. You can play along with me and make sure you feel comfortable with the way this is supposed to work with your left hand traditional grip. The next one is using the rebound stroke to play sextuplets. So 6 notes over 1 beat. And these are going to be fast, so you're going to use this rebound stroke. The surrounding 8 notes are wrist strokes. And this is where you get to practice controlling the stick for 8 notes. And then when you get to the sextuplets, you use the rebound stroke. When you finish the sextuplet, you grab back onto the sticks and do the flow stroke motion again. So here's the sextuplet exercise on the screen. Let's play this one over and over again several times. You can see my hands move. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Notice the rebound stroke that I'm using during the sextuplets. This rebound stroke allows you to be able to play really fast singles. Let's do that one more time faster. About dip, dip, diggity, diggity, dip, dip, diggity, diggity, dip. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those fast singles comes from you can't play that fast with your wrist. That doesn't work. That's why we need the rebound stroke. Now the last exercise is one of my favorites. Put it up here on the screen. This helps you develop your fast 30-second note singles. So the first measure has alternating sixteenths, and then you've got the right hand playing all of the notes, which is what you're going to do in the subsequent single stroke 30-second note roll that you play with the right, left. So I explained this exercise in great detail in the other video. You've already seen that. So let's just play it. You can see my hands do it. So let's go about 1, 2, 3, and 4. Two again. Ready, and notice the single. The singles are the rebound stroke motion. So work on that. Another good thing is to just practice singles. See if you can just play a long, extended single stroke roll. And get it smooth and even, and get each hand doing that rebound motion nice and smooth. Don't let go too much, just enough to let that stick bounce. Because when you're done, you got to grab back a hold again to play something else. Work on those singles, work that left hand. Rebound stroke's a lot of fun. Good luck.